Hey, what's going on, everybody? Another Thursday night football with my main man, Scotty Easter. We are two of the You Bet Sports boys. Gonna talk some props that we like. Gonna talk who we like in this game. Before we get going, do me a favor, like and subscribe to my channel. Whatever you have to do, go visit me and Scotty on TikTok. I am at OG Kodak. Scotty is Scotty Easter on TikTok. Give me a follow on X as well at Cody Does Comedy. And Scotty Easter. How you doing, brother?
All right. Other than these picks.
Other than these hoes. Yeah, I feel you, man. There's some weird fucking props. Some weird fucking props this week, dude.
No Russian props so far.
Nah, they said fuck Russian props. I mean that guy's tweet about David Montgomery being out and Decker being out might have affected that.
Yeah.
Might have affected that. What an idiot. I mean we refreshed it. Yeah, they actually did. They added David Montgomery, and so that question's not going to be asked, Scotty. 45. So Montgomery's got a line as soon as they announce that he's actually playing.
Well, that's funny that you say that because when you asked that question, what did you draw his number at?
39. Very close to that. And Jahmyr Gibbs is like also like fucking 29, 39. I mean, again, coming back from a big injury, well, not a big injury,
Yeah.
but a nagging injury for a running back. You know what I mean? I don't look for him to get 20 carries tonight. I don't look for him to get 15.
But if you average his two previous games, what he was averaging per game, 70 yards.
Yeah, David was a workhorse, and that's what got him injured.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But
So I
like
think
you
they're going to
said,
be a little
nagging injury. So I had it
Where was yours?
50.
50? That's, I mean, shit.
Yeah.
I'm a little under, you're a little over, so fuck.
Yeah.
They met us in the middle. Well, fuck, I think if that's where you felt good at, I say draw it up. Go over it. Fuck that 45 or whatever I said it was. Yeah, Montgomery, what was it, a hamstring as well? I feel like everybody's hamstrings have been hurt. It's a fucking nagging injury, dude, especially for a running back. Jones dealing with it, Christian Watson dealing with it, all in the same.
Ankle sprains too. And
Right.
Fucking things hurt, dude.
Oh, god damn. I've had enough of them on both ankles. Anybody in my family can attest to that. It's probably 15 times a piece.
Anybody who's played football has got
Oh,
tons
yeah.
of them, bro. Like especially when we was all younger.
Right.
It's just, you're all right. Get back out there.
Right. So, I'm just going to ask you this: who do you think's going to win this game?
The Lions.
You think the Lions are winning on the road
coming into this season? Yeah.
Yeah, I've said it probably 4 times in a row on the podcast.
I was a little bit worried about, but with that dude saying that Decker was out, because I think, if I'm not mistaken, their guard's already out. Their left guard maybe, and then I think there's one more lineman that's questionable. So when that dude said that Taylor Decker was out, that had me worried.
Right. So one thing I've said before, and I'll say it again, I don't see much of a home field advantage for divisional games. I don't think the Packers are looking at too much of a home field advantage. I do think that it helps a little bit when it's a night primetime game. The fans get a little bit more rowdy, but Detroit plays there every fucking year. A lot of the times it is primetime. And let me remind y'all of something. Detroit has won 3 straight games. I mean, I know it was Rodgers, but I mean, this guy is worse. Let's be real. Detroit's won the last 3 meetings. I think that's something to consider. I think all of those was Dan Campbell's Lions, so he might have their fucking number with old LaFleur. So I don't know. I'm kind of leaning towards the Lions as well. So that's how I feel. Any props you want to go ahead and mention before I start dropping mine?
There are a couple. I'm just gonna go ahead and give you all the one parlay that I did.
Let's hear it, brother.
I put a big parlay on the Miami game and I'm kind of doing something similar there.
Let me
Lions
hear it.
won
Let me
big
hear it
for
pick for
everybody that
pick so
don't
I can
know.
give everybody the play-by-play of what it's going to look like.
All right, so I got Jared Goff 2 or more passing touchdowns.
Give me a second. Touchdowns. Nope, nope, nope. That's a passing prop. Quarterback props. Touchdowns. Golf. Over 1.5. All right.
Aaron Jones to score a touchdown.
Touchdown score Aaron Jones. Yes, sir.
I got Sam Laporta over 44.5.
First receiver. Alrighty.
And then I got Jared Goff over the 250, which is something I want to mention. If I placed this for like early first thing this morning, just looking over it. If I'm doing it now, like if I could go back in time just to give the viewers there, I don't want them, that's a risky one, the 250. I would go if I was them, I would go alternate Jared Goff 200 or more.
Yeah, that alternate line I'm liking. I'm starting to lean towards alternate lines when they're not like super fucked. Like
Like
I look
killing you. Yeah.
right when it's like minus like 220, minus
Yeah.
3 at the fucking most, then I like it. Golf's is a little to where when you add a big parlay it doesn't help you too much. I'm starting to shade him off of my tickets. I didn't go him on my 365 ticket this week.
Oh, you didn't go golf at all?
No, I kept it short. I went where's it at? Unsettled. I took the Lions with that plus alternate spread, plus 6.5. I took David Montgomery with the news of the touchdown. Amara over a standard 74, and then I went with my Dontavion Wicks pick, baby. We'll get to that in a second, but Scotty, keep talking him up for a minute.
Okay, well,
Let's talk your parlay.
that another one that I would look at. You don't have as big as odds to you ain't gonna win as much money, but I think all these are very possible with the news that David Montgomery's playing. He's a touchdown machine. Got him for a touchdown. I got Amara St. Brown over 74.5, and then
Preach.
we both agreed, right? Like we both agreed the Lions are going to win this game. They're definitely not going to lose the game by more than 7.5 points. It's a divisional game.
I don't see it.
Like you said earlier, they've been there,
Right.
right? Like even David Montgomery, their new addition.
Right. Yeah, I don't see him
He's
losing.
there.
I don't
He's
see him
been
losing
there.
at
He's
all.
used to
Better
that
by that.
environment. I agree with what you said with divisional games, home field. They're used to that. They see it one time a year. They know each other. It's going to be one of them, 1-1. What is it?
1-6 margins. I wish I
1 to
could tie
6
that into a
margin.
parlay on Bet365. I think even DraftKings has taken away the ability to do that. It kind of pisses me off. You can no longer tie in winning margins into parlays. It's kind of fucking stupid. You can only bet on those as single props. That pisses me off. So, I mean, anything else to support yours? I mean, we're almost
I
identical.
got the Detroit Lions plus 7.5 on
Okay,
that ticket.
we're
That's a
basically the
plus
same. I got
350.
6.5. I drew it a little bit tighter.
Yeah.
I feel more confident with the Lions the more I talk about them.
Well, I mean,
It's the same.
what
It's
is it?
1 point, dude.
It's
It's 1 point.
yeah.
You're saying 7.5. I'm saying 6.5. We
It's
both agree
same
they're gonna
odds.
fucking win. They're basically the same odds.
Yeah. Well, they are on mine plus 350 and plus 350. So
Yeah. So you should have drew it up. I should have drew it up. I guess. Obviously, I should have said that. But if that's the case, so like I said with my picks, I got the Lions with plus 6.5. There was news Montgomery was not going to play this morning. That changed as soon as it did. I locked this ticket in. I think, if anything, if he doesn't get as much production tonight, I think they're going to be saving him for the red zone. That's where my head's at. I'm like, if you're the fucking Lions, I mean, Jahmyr Gibbs is a fucking pass catching, right?
Yeah.
He's the guy you can have
Yeah.
out there 80 yards of the fucking field.
right.
But he's
And
somebody you don't want to fucking slam it in there on top. I mean, how much does the guy weigh, dude? He's a fucking
right.
190. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Montgomery's the guy you can
Well,
press in there, dude. Hamstring or no hamstring.
Yeah, 100%. I agree with what you're saying. I mean, you use him to get down, especially since he's coming off of an injury, bro. That's your best. That's your best option. Use Gibbs, get him up, get up the field, right, and then once you get in that 10-yard line, 15, put.
Look, we're not the
Montgomery.
coach, but that's what we're thinking. We're on board with that. We think that's what they're going to do tonight. That's my script. Scotty just nailed it on the head. I think they use Gibbs a little bit more than Montgomery tonight, especially in the pass game. We know they're a pass heavy team. Everybody knows that. Goff's going to throw 35 plus times tonight, probably, unless they immediately start blowing them out. You know what I mean?
Right.
Goff's going to he's going to throw a lot. And you know what that means? They're going to get up the field with Gibbs. Are they going to get in the red zone? This is, out of all four of my picks, this is the one where I'm pretty sure Vegas has the most favorite, but I like it. I like for him to score a touchdown. It's the only plus on my ticket. Let me talk about some other fucking things. I mean, Amara, I don't have too much to say there. The guy at his lowest this year had 70-some yards. At his highest, he's gone over 100 twice. He's the dog. If you want to be honest, a pick that I kind of feel good about that's not on this ticket is him in the end zone. You know, I think it's very possible that both people get in the end zone. That's their top two options. Gibbs is the third. You know, they could score a bunch of touchdowns tonight. Who knows? Packers defense ain't that great. Dontavion Wicks. I talked to Scotty a lot about this pick this morning. I want to talk to the pod about it. This guy right here has gone over this line easily in the last two games in the absence of Christian Watson. Vegas seems to think that adding Christian Watson to the lineup is going to obliterate this man's production. Because if you would have bet on this man last week, I bet the line would have been 29.5. Now they're saying 16.5. Christian Watson, it doesn't sound like they're too confident that I haven't gotten the news that he's for sure playing tonight. Have you? I think now it's skeptical. Like we're still unquestionable, right? It's just like it's a guarantee.
Yeah.
Watson's in. I mean, so limited in practice the last two practices, as well as Jones. This is their fourth receiver on the depth chart. They got Reed ahead of him. They got Dobbs ahead of him, and of course Watson ahead of him. But this guy was productive without Watson. So I like for him to catch maybe two passes, 25 to maybe 30-yard ceiling. I think I got it for a lock. Damn near a lock. Maybe not as locked as my previous locks, but I want to say a lock in this game. So this is the pick I feel best about. That's what I should say. I know Scotty's weary of it because Reed's a boss. Yeah. Reed is good. Reed is really good. Dobbs is pretty fucking good as well. Honestly, very slept on receiving room. What's Watson going to do?
But you bought, like what you was explaining earlier, he could go over in one catch, though.
He has. The last two games, he's going to keep that in mind. If you're looking at just his yards, right, last two games, 42, 40, I think, were the last two. Keep in mind.
Just to give a perspective, Vegas is betting on him having less than your yards in one catch because they have him. They have great odds
1.5.
Pick him over. 1.5.
1.5, right? Yeah. So I see what you're saying. Vegas knows he's a big catch guy because, like I was about to say, he's done that in one play twice the last two games. 32 yards and a touchdown 2 weeks ago, and then last week his longest was 18 yards. So, I mean, I like for this. This is one that I do see myself sweating it out, probably maybe even mid fourth quarter. I might be holding my breath till then. I might be crossed off on my Amara, my David Montgomery touchdown, and might be looking at a Lions fucking blowout when they throw old Dontavion out there, and he catches one for 19 yards. What's up?
Watson is still questioned as of 2 hours ago.
I told you.
I told
you. I didn't see a confirmation of him yet.
Yeah.
I ain't heard no news on him. I heard questionable, perhaps even a game time decision for Watson. And if you look, I don't think he has touch. Well, yeah, he actually they do give him lines, but they were giving David Montgomery lines when they were saying he was out. So at least touchdown lines.
My whole thing is, I think in this game, the touchdown score is the most difficult thing to pick.
You're right.
Because of injuries on both sides.
I mean, is it not the hardest thing to pick when everybody's healthy too? You know what I mean? Yeah. It's tough, dude. Especially when you got playmakers across the board.
I've been having luck with that.
You've been fucking locking them in, buddy.
Yeah, I've been money.
You've been fucking probably 4 straight fucking touchdown scores. This guy, Go follow that fucking motherfucker's TikTok if you haven't already. Scotty Easter, another plug-in. My main man. Nah, you've been killing it, dude. For real. That's why I'm coattailing a lot of your things
But
this week.
this touchdown was hard, dude. I mean,
Like I said, we're going to eventually make a Discord where we post our tickets, after we punch them in. Because me and Scotty, we make tickets after the pod. That's when the real tickets come. And I told Scotty I'm coattailing a lot of his decisions this week. I know one that he's feeling really good about that's going to be on my next ticket is Sam Laporta. Scotty seems to feel really good about him even getting in the end zone and over his 40-yard line. I don't know. I'm thinking Scotty might have something there. We all know that Jared Goff likes tight ends. We all know that that's a pass-happy offense. We all know that some of their best playmakers have had injuries, and that's not one of them. That guy's been healthy all year.
all year.
So we'll see. His production, I mean, I could be wrong, but isn't it just gone up? Isn't it just catching? I think he's just going up every week. Yep, like I said, 39 5 catches, 39 in week 1, 5 catches, 63 week 2, 8 catches, 84 week 3. Like I said, just going up and up and up. Even had the touchdown, 45-yard long
Touchdown,
catch.
yeah.
So I don't know if that was a touchdown or not, but yeah, longest play was 45 yards. Scotty saying it's a touchdown, butt open. So yeah, the guy's I'm pretty sure a rookie, right? First rounder.
Yeah.
Second round pick. Where do you go to school at? You're the college expert.
Iowa.
Man went to
Let me
Iowa.
check myself.
Oh yeah, you're the man, brother.
Am I
Went to
right?
Iowa. Yeah. That's why I asked you.
I don't even got that pulled up.
Yeah, he went to Iowa. Pretty decent school. They're a conference team, though. You know what I mean? They're not fucking battling anybody. They play good in the conference. But yeah, I like what Scotty's saying this week. It's not a situation where you got like a Watson coming in instead of this guy is their number one tight end.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Is where I feel comfortable. I got Amon-Ra St. Brown on the old fantasy. So. But,
so hold on, are you on? I hate to cut you off, but on both tickets, because this is my money I'm talking about. Are you on both tickets? Or are we? Because I'm coattailing you going over. Are we going over Amon-Ra, over Laporta? Because it's possible. Because I mean, last game it was over. Last game it was 102 for Amon-Ra and 84 for. I mean, the guy, they passed. They passed a lot, dude.
Yeah,
the floor's yours. My bad.
No, you're good. But Josh Reynolds is coming back, right? Supposedly, who knows about him? That's another injury thing, right? So, I have on my one ticket, I have Sam Laporta. On the other one, I'm going to have Amon-Ra over.
Okay.
Completely separate.
Okay, so just a different thing.
It doesn't
contradict. I got you.
Yeah.
And honestly, both tickets could hit, boy. Both tickets could hit. Yeah, I like that. I mean, hasn't he been averaging at least 2 for the last fucking 20 fucking games? Or am I tripping?
Okay, but that's another thing. I'm not putting that David Montgomery on the same ticket. Like I said previous, I got Aaron Jones to score on that ticket. That way, if, covered, they get down in the red zone, he throws a touchdown pass, I'm happy. They run it in with my boy.
I am tripping.
I'm happy.
So he had 1 passing touchdown last game, 3 against the Seahawks, 1 against the Chiefs. So he's gone over that line once this year.
Right.
Chiefs.
In the middle
Chiefs, not the greatest pass defense. I got a good rush. They're not bad in the secondary. Seahawks this year have been atrocious in the secondary. I think they're literally giving up the most passing yards out of everybody. That might have just been their first 3 matchups. You know what I mean? Who knows? But the Seahawks are giving up a fuck ton of passing yards.
The Packers have gave up 217 to your guy.
Yeah, I mean, dude, that's an over.
Yeah,
That's a fucking over, brother. That's a lot of yards for fucking Justin Fields, dude. You give up 217 passing yards to Fields, you're fucking up.
And
let that be known.
237 against the Falcons. Desmond Ridder.
Right, Desmond Ridder, dude. Which fucked me because I definitely had the under. Remember?
Yeah.
That was a miss on my ticket. Not afraid to admit it. Because I don't know, before the year started, I like the Packers secondary. Any secondary with fucking Jair Alexander.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, fuck, man. But isn't he questionable or some bullshit? Or deal? I think he's
Think so,
playing, but
yeah.
he's been nagging
He's
with some
playing,
kind of
but
bullshit.
nagging injury or something. Yeah.
How the fuck you even spell his name? Isn't there a Q in there or something?
Jair, J-A-I-R-E-A-L-E-X-A-N-D-E-R.
Say that again. Oh, it's
J-A-I.
J-A-I. That's right,
Yeah.
J-A-I-R. That's right, Jair. I'm terrible with spelling. Yeah, I mean, he's questionable tonight too, bro. He's questionable. He's not guaranteed to play.
This is crazy, bro. This is a crazy ass game. Like that's what I'm.
I know one thing. I'm going to wait until I know for sure these injury reports before I get on my DraftKings stick. I already made a bet on Bet365. I already displayed that, but I'm going to make my favorite picks after I know the injury, because if Jair doesn't play, that changes everything to me. I mean, who the fuck is going to cover anybody in that secondary without Jair? You know what I mean?
That's
I mean,
good for my 250 plus.
Oh yeah, if he doesn't play, that's a fucking put the lock on that. I mean, who else do they have? Do they have Kevin King still?
I don't.
The fuck do they have in the secondary? I think they have a decent safety. But when it comes to fucking cornerbacks, dude, when you're out, somebody that fucking productive, I mean, he's top 5 in the league, dude. I got him up there with Sauce. I got him up there with ACL. I mean,
Emmanuel Mosley,
Diggs.
Chase Lucas.
Glad he didn't catch that, everybody. We'll skip past that one. My attempt at humor.
What was it?
I said I got Jair Alexander up there with the tops, bro. I got him up there with, Sauce, AC. I mean, not ACL. Was it Trevon Diggs?
Oh, fuck you. That's fucked.
Nah, he'll be fine. He's playing. He took some ayahuasca. He's playing in a few weeks.
All right, so I guess I'm guessing Cameron Sutton would go to 1, Jerry Jacob to 2, Emmanuel Mosley to nickel, I guess. I don't know.
Who's their number 1 without Alexander?
Oh, I'm looking. Never mind. Never mind. Hang on. I'm trying to look that up for you because I really don't know their team like that.
I don't either. I'm glad I don't. Fuck them. They're gay.
So they got Jair Alexander, Nixon, Rasul Douglas.
Rasul Douglas is their fucking like their number 2. Yeah,
so he would.
That's the guy I was thinking of.
Covering.
He's 100% their number 1 if Alexander's gone. Yeah. His rating in Madden's like 80. Yeah, but still, I mean, Rasul Douglas he's okay. So I mean, but he hasn't been this season because he's been healthy, and so's Alexander, and they're still giving up passing yards to people like Justin fucking Fields. But then again, the reason why he had him is because we all know it was not a competitive game, and Justin Fields found those yards late in the game. Because we keep him out there late after ass whippings because we don't give a fuck about his health. I think at this point, Coach Eberflus is kind of just hoping that he gets hurt. So he doesn't have to take shit for starting fucking Tyson Bagent. Shout out Tyson Bagent. I was saying his name wrong on the pod the first few weeks. Tyson Bagent, my man from Martinsburg. Hopefully he'll be starting by the time I go see him. Because I'm not feeling Fields anymore, man. I hate to be that fan, but did I not give him, like, enough fucking time? Did I not fucking suck his dick for 2 years and tell everybody else to be patient with him? You know what I mean? And what did I say to start the year? I said, if he don't get it done this year, ain't no more fucking excuses. And I fucking stand by that shit, man. I know the offensive line isn't giving him that much time, but he's also holding the goddamn ball too long. And he also has people running open downfield on quick routes. You got fucking DJ Moore standing butt naked in the center of the field, clapping his fucking hands at you, and you try to break the pocket and get chased down from behind by a fucking defensive end, dude. It's starting to become an issue. I think Tyson drops back. From what I've seen in preseason, he drops back, makes his reads first, and then looks to run. Because that boy can run too. Tyson's a fucking dual threat, baby.
Oh, yeah.
Tyson's a dual threat. Tyson's 6'3", 240. Tyson ain't small either. I don't know, man. I'm liking what we got out of him. I mean, undrafted free agent that ended up making the squad and beating out people like Nathan Peterman, who has been a solidified backup in this league. And PJ Walker, who has bounced around and been a backup slash flex starter for teams like Carolina. You know what I mean? PJ Walker's started games.
Romo was undrafted?
No, he wasn't.
Yes, he was.
Was he?
Yeah.
I thought for sure he was like a Tom Brady scenario out of East or Michigan. He went to Eastern Michigan?
Yeah.
I'm typing Tony, Michigan. Tony Romo, you right, ain't you? I mean, I can't doubt you on the Cowboy thing, but I thought for sure that motherfucker got drafted.
He was undrafted.
Huh. Damn, Scotty. Learn something new every day. I'll argue with you once, but if you believe in it, I'm going to look it up and try to prove you wrong. Huh, I thought he was a Tom Brady scenario. Hell yeah. Makes me like Tony Romo more. Thanks for teaching me that, brother.
Yeah.
Don't ever, and if you're learning anything on this pod, don't ever fucking question anything Scotty says about the Cowboys. That's like if I was like, Mike Ditka's the first tight end to receive for 1,000 yards in the NFL, and somebody said, no, he's not, I'd smack the fucking piss out of him. And then I'd tell him it was in his rookie fucking year, you son of a bitch, and then he'd say, no, it's not again, and I'd strangle his fucking ass, boy. I'd strangle the life out of that son of a bitch, boy. I'm just killing time at this point. I do have a comedy special coming up this Saturday night at Celebrities Hemp Dispensary in Winchester, Virginia. Doors open at 7. Ticket is $20 at the door. Don't take my word for this yet, but I believe if you mention to the door guy, hey, I'm here to see Cody Tharp, good friend of mine, he may give you $10 off. May give you $10 off. That's what. And the reason I'm mentioning that is because the last time I went as a spectator to see my dear friend Vinny, and I said, hey, I'm here to see Vinny. He said, oh, well, you only pay us $10. I said, well, hell yeah, brother. Here's $10. So maybe that's the same scenario. It is the same venue. Hopefully they have that same thing going on. Hopefully I can get as many people there to say they're there to see me as possible, because this is the place where it matters. The last place, I was telling people to do that, and it kind of made them feel awkward because nobody at the door gave a fuck. This is the place that they will ask you who you're there to see, for sure. As soon as you get there, big, large, African-American urban gentleman will ask you who you're there to see. He is the owner of the venue. He's a nice man. I'm very happy. Very happy to be flexing my comedy muscle again. I get double the time I got last time, so that means that I did something right. So hope to see some people there. If nobody can make it out, that's fine. I'll have some fucking footage for you guys. Appreciate everybody that stops in for the podcast. My main man, Scotty, for donating his time to talk to us every week. He deserves a shout out as well. Go follow his fucking TikTok if you haven't already. I'm talking him into creating an X. We are trying our best to get a following there, and YouTube. We are new to social media in general. I mean, we've basically just been those fucking two hicks that have had Facebook our whole life. I mean, I think me and Scotty both installed TikTok for the first time like this year. Maybe late last year, and we just started using it for, you know what I mean? Am I wrong?
No.
So, I mean, bear with us. I know the production on these things suck. I'm not a fucking idiot. I'm not thinking these are good, dude. I don't put a lot of time into this. I got other shit going on, dude. You know what I mean? I could put a lot more time and make it just 4% better, but I'm not going to. I like the fact that it looks like it sucks because we look like we suck. Just kidding. Yeah, I got Lions tonight. I got my props tonight. Definitely gonna be some last minute fucking picks from me and Scotty. I can already sense that. We're going to be fucking looking at those injury reports tight, as I think you should, for sure. And let a motherfucker find out Christian Watson ain't playing and see how great I feel about the ticket I already locked in. So let's, we'll see. Appreciate everybody stopping in again. Scotty, you got anything for him?
Tune in to our TikToks to see our final picks for this week, because that's where we'll probably put them.
That's where we'll put them until we get our Discord up and going. Be looking for that. Might be a little bit before we get that established, but hey, we're having fun here. We're growing.
Having fun, just doing what we love to do.
That's right. That's right. Scotty, say bye to him.
See y'all. Are we going to do football Saturday or no?
Yeah. Oh yeah. We'll see you Saturday.
We'll see you Saturday.
Goodbye.